All right, so we shall start. I think now it's 8:10 in Atlanta. We'll start our session today. Today's session is about dark energy cleansing. So this is to understand. First, let me explain you that what is meant by dark energies and why it is need to be cleaned. So dark energies are all those energies in our life when we feel uncomfortable and or painful, or we feel like suffering, and all these things. Basically, we had some attack of negativity, or it can lead us to any kind of disease. Mainly, it is coming down from the normal way of living, how we live a joyful life. If we cannot reach to our potential, then potential of living a normal life, then whatever caused that, to deviation. So those are, we call, this is, we become under influence of dark energy or the negative energy. These energies can be of different types. So I'm not going into analyzing of, what are the types of dark energies and how they attack and things like that. It is not needed. It is glamorizing them unnecessarily. But what I'm talking is, it is started from feeling negative about something or someone up to the level where it is, we attract unnecessarily incidents in our life, accidents and this kind of stuff. Even some of the things can be created by some other entities, something else we call black magic. Up to that level, I'm talking the full spectrum, how it is affected and it is implied on us. So first we have to understand what is this negative, things, the means. That means that these are, there is in a higher dimension, there is not negative or positive. There is no duality in the higher dimension. So these are all experiences, but at the same time, those which are lower vibration or denser vibration, those gives us that kind of experiences in life. It means if we lower our vibration, we experience and this kind of situations in this life. So which are the main parameter that drives that from our point of view? Because it is we who experience, no matter how it is created. Some people may enjoy that, but we are not enjoying, we are suffering with that. It is directly governed by our own cellular vibration, or we call it PEVF. Personal energetic vibrational frequency. So in that we have already discussed earlier. So that is, there is a research by Dr. David Hawkins, Power versus Force. There is a book, and he has done his lifetime of research and come out with some scale, in the logarithmic scale actually. So if it is, the vibration is 250, that is neutral. If it is below 250, that is called negative, means we are all negative experiences, anger, hatred, and all these things coming from those kinds of levels. And if it is more than 250, then it's a positive territory. And then positive experiences are felt. And then you keep increasing. When it crosses 500, that is called love frequency. The heart chakra opens, love and above. So those which is coming from the compassion and other things, feeling, connected with the other, empathy and other, these kinds of qualities, they open up. 500 plus. And when it goes to 700, then it is a state of enlightenment. So this is already awakened consciousness, and that you stay there, that is 700 plus. So this, why I'm explaining this again, because this is directly related to what we experience in life. If our own vibration is less than 250, we'll experience all negativities of life. It's all, there is, as I said, in the soul level, it is all experiences. But we feel more negative thing attracted towards us because of our own vibration. In other words, we attract the things we see, we feel in our lives. How they get attracted to us? By our own vibration. If I am like, if some river is flowing very low, the water of quantity and thing is very slow, then maybe a very small rocks can stop that flow. It cannot go any further. It is blocked. It becomes stagnated, and it starts smelling sometime. It lost its flow. So this is the type of experience we get when we are in the lower frequency, below 250. But if we increase our flow, we increase that vibration, then we have our own strength. We feel positive experiences. In the river example, the river can flow. Even if the small blocks and things like that, it can bypass or it can overflow and can go ahead. Because it has got a higher quantity of water, it has got its own flow. And then if you increase it further, if you have a huge force, even it can remove the rocks out of its way and get it passed through, flows down from the mountain. That much power it has. It all depends upon what is the amount and force of the water you are carrying. Same happens to our own experiences of life. If we go down into our cellular vibrancy or PEVF, then all these things happen. And if we increase our vibration, then automatically we got a power to attract better things in life. That happens automatically. So this is one way of looking at it. Other way of thing is, we will suffer more if we allow fear to take over our mind. Basically, depending on our ego mind, and ego is very easily convinced by fear. Any kind of fear, the different types of fear. So if you live in a fear, then any kind of thing happening in the outside world, that can take over you. You will be more fed into that kind of fear. Suppose even if you are too much fearful of this, suppose this virus, it can more likely will get that. Other than those who said, do all it's possible and has an inner strength and say that I'm okay with it, I'm fine with it, I'm taking all these things. So that means you are operating from a level of higher level of protection and guidance, protection by the divine and operated by the higher power, basically. Not to get, if it happens, will happen, we'll do the whatever treatment necessary. But no need to be fearful all the time. Then all these things will get attracted to you. And suppose in in the morning I was giving some example of in a school, there are different types of children, but they get bullied more and they get pestered by other children more who are fearful. Then other children, they attack the student which is found out to be weaker. I'm not saying right and wrong. I'm saying what happens. If a 5 person is going in the forest and a snake comes on the way, then snake most likely bite that person who is having most fearful, means the vibration is much lower. If somebody is confident, strong, not reacting to anything, maybe snake will bypass him. I'm talking, this is a natural principle. So which snake, how it differentiate? Because of your own vibration. It can feel the vibration. Same thing happens to some, say there is a dog. It can bark more who is, feeling shaky and trying to find out, do something. And somebody is just calm and quiet, it will not, they will not bark, they will not jump, do nothing. So I'm giving example of the animals because they can sense your vibration. So same thing happens in your experiences of life. The dark energies, different types of it. There's a full mixed bag experience is there. Everything is there out in the outside world. But which one you will attract depends on your own vibration. If you are fearful, if your own, the vibration in the negative territory, you will be easily overcome by these negative forces. Your experience of life will be mostly negative. There is nothing, suddenly you will see somebody has come and shout at you. There is no apparent reason that why you? Why you? Because your vibration is lower. But same time, if you raise your vibration high, then automatically that you will have your sovereign territory. Like nobody will actually come and feel like to mess it up with you. Automatically happen, no need to do anything. Or even if something happens, there are ways to deal with it. You can, just ignore and tackle, and it will lose its interest and goes away. All depends. This capacity depends upon your own vibration. So all depends upon ultimately your own vibration and how you are presenting yourself to the external world. So it is not there something outside, means outside everything is there rather, but it is whatever will come to you depending upon your own vibration. Okay. So now let me give you some kind of the understanding of this how the dark energies or this energy so-called has been created. There is no such technology of the darkness. It is the absence of light, simply. If you wanted to get out of the effect of the dark energies, then make yourself lighten up. The light of awareness, your own spiritual light, we can help you to come out of anything. And if fear is also absence of love, you become fearful because you don't love yourself enough. It is a self-love, love to your higher self. That can give you, it has got a whole reservoir of pure love. You need to just get connected so that you are always into that mode. When the connection is cut, then we fall into the external things and we feel that we are not taken care enough, and we fall into the trap of poor me and all these kind of syndromes. And that lowers our vibration and we attract more such thing in our lives. You cannot change the external world, that is correct. Okay. But you can choose whether you suffer or not. Suffering is optional. So that's what it is having. If you change your own vibration and your own approach to life, no matter what happens, you will not suffer. If something happened you didn't like, you accept it and move on. It's okay. You accept that not everything has to happen as per own way. We suffer more if we come into the attitude is my way or highway. We'll suffer more. Initially, we may feel like winning. It is nothing about winning and losing. It is about whether you are flexible or not. If you are not flexible, then it is a make and break situation. So, and whenever we go into the level of wisdom, then we accept the things because we are not the creator of everything. We respect the creator who created it, no matter what it is. What is the content? We accept as it is, then makes our life easy. In fact, our lives liberated. There was a saying which said, earlier I was smart. I wanted to change the world. Now I am wise. I'm trying to change myself. What does that mean? It means if you change your vibration level, it will dramatically change your world. Things will stop happening with you. You lose the control and expectation. So you don't expect anything from anybody outside. So nobody can control anything. Say, I'm working hard to get a promotion in my office, say. And if I don't get the bonus I'm looking for, I don't get the promotion, I feel unhappy, I feel dejected, I feel cheated, I feel, demoralized and all. Promotion will happen or not, doesn't matter. It will happen its own way. But if I disconnect that my desire for a promotion, then nobody can control me. Whether you give me bonus or not, I am not affected. Whether somebody gives me promotion or not, it doesn't matter to me. I am liberated. If it comes, I will appreciate, like a present moment, now moment. Already we discussed last week. If it happens, very well. If not, it's fine. It's okay. It is not end of my life. Okay. So what happens is in this case, I am living a life which is completely liberated, not depending upon X, Y, Z factors. Whether I have it, I don't have it. Whether I get that or I don't get, doesn't matter. Both are okay. We accept it is a divine plan and it has to be in this way. We don't, in that we don't run our life trying to save ourselves and get away from these things. We come with a strength. We said, no matter what comes, I'm fine. We'll see it, what happens. Like taking a boat in the sea. If the storm comes, we can still sail over. That kind of confidence comes. Confidence comes also with the realization of the truth is that these things, whether I get something or don't get something, it doesn't really matter. Anyway, one point of time, I have to surrender all these things anyway. When leaving the body, I have to give everything. So it doesn't matter if it comes or not comes. If it comes, I will enjoy. Why not? If it is not, it's also fine. And it also comes with the understanding that whatever we are experiencing in life, it is decided by our own soul at the soul level. It is all plan, soul's plan. So nothing is happening with me without permission of my own soul. Only thing I don't know. That's why we need to connect with our soul. And if we need to know, not blame everybody, every Tom, Dick and Harry for my situation. No, nobody else. In fact, the other way around, if I correct my vibration, all this Tom, Dick and Harry will disappear from my life. We'll attract the similar, birds of a same feather flock together. I have already shared earlier, maybe 15 years back, I was suffering from alcoholism. Whatever friend I picked up, most of them are drunkard. Sit in the bar and, having drink and that kind of stuff. And now I'm meeting new people, they are interested in spirituality. I didn't design them, by the way. they're coming and finding, and something discussion start. Today also I was taking interviews for our college. There is award, alumni fellowship for excellence awards. So I was taking interview. So one of the student, one of the students, she is asking, sir, I know that you are into spirituality. I said, thank you very much. But first thing is, I will talk to you separately, and that will not, interfere into this interview process. But of course, she asked after interview, so I said, okay, fine. If you're interested, then we'll guide you on to that one. But see, how come? I didn't design either, expected somebody like that will ask this kind of thing from me. So young girl of our college, third year or second year student. So anyway, what I'm saying is that we attract the things the way we, way we vibrate, and accordingly our experiences that happen. So next I will go into that. Next part will be the why the negativity has been created altogether, and then third part will be what are the practical things we can do. So end of this first part, so far whatever I discussed about PVF and the love and fear which attracts this. On this matter, if you have any question, you can unmute and ask the question. Yes, Shomnath?
There is any method to measure our PVF?
No, actually there it is coming. It is actual measurement part of thing. That is, what is that? I posted into the group the heart. Anyway, I'm just missing the term. So there is a nerve, okay, on our the heart variability factor, I think, something. With that, it can be measured. And also in the book, it is given, the power versus force, Dr. David Hawkins research, he has given how to do that. But at present, there is no equipment for measuring directly. Okay, they have in a category of what are your emotions, what are your thoughts. Then from that you can find out which category you are in the broader category.
Okay.
Or your guru can know. They will not tell you, but your guru will know. Which level you are. Okay.
You are supposed to be knowing my PVF.
Of course. But only thing is, only thing is we use it not for criticism, for improvement. In the morning also, yeah, somebody was asking that. The thing is, see, and now let me, as the topic has come, let me share that why not. Okay. Means it is, we don't want, it is, we are all walking the path of spirituality. Right approach is, we are going towards the perfection. Nobody is perfect in this world. Okay. Walking towards your perfection matters. You should be better than your yesterday.
Right. Agree.
Okay. That is the criteria, not your PVF right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when anybody, you contact me on, or sometimes offline also, I tell it doesn't matter as long as your direction is okay, you are fine. Because I know you will cross those anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. Or
continual improvement.
Yeah, and secondly, what do you do if I give you a figure? Suppose I give you your PVF is 292. What do you do with that?
So I will know how long I have to go to 700.
You don't know. That is logarithmic. You may not know.
Okay. It might happen in one night.
Yeah. In fact, 499 to 500 take very long time. It is a quantum shift and jump.
Okay.
Because it is your going out of your practical, logical mind to your heart,
Right.
From your own, brain power to your heart power. Only one rating difference.
Right.
There'll be great scientists, maybe they reached up to 499, but not 500. Okay. So anyway, So what I'm saying, that again, let me emphasize, it is not important. As long as you're some point of time, it will be passed through. You cannot predict time either. Some of the things happen very fast, and then maybe we'll stuck in one for a long time because you need more work and things like that, and move forward. It's all possible.
Right, right.
And your journey is unique, so it cannot be copied. If I give what happened in my case, that may not be replicated for you. So and mostly these exercises are intellectual. That's why we discourage.
Okay.
Achieving a milestone and meet that and how many days left, these are coming from our brain, logical mind. There is no criticism. Logical mind is needed. But in spirituality, it is better to avoid that. It becomes a trap.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you.
Doesn't matter. Yeah. All right. Okay. Any other question?
So Rajdeep,
Yes,
I was digesting some of these things last night, and I was thinking what you're talking about in this has parallels with our real life as well, and how you control it. For example, when I was admitted to hospital a couple of 3 years back now, I came out of the hospital and realized that there are people calling out me that after 4 or 5 months, that someone else used my identity, right? So to get treated, because apparently, and what we call it, an illegal immigrant in this country, used my identities to take the treatment which he or she, I mean, it was a he, was not eligible otherwise for. So, and then there's a barrage of letters, emails coming on my way from dark web. That's what they call it, right? So the same concept that we're talking about spirituality, they sell these things, your identities, into dark web for others to buy, and then counter to it also, then the agencies which will tell you that we will, I mean, it always happens that we'll take you out of this and all that. So now how do we react is very important. I mean, I could have talked to them, tried to take it out. I was thinking my creator is affected. But instead of that, with a logical mind, I protected myself.
Yes.
I mean, and all that. So I think the same concept works. Even in social intelligence, if you, like Sharmista used to, for her health, used to contact different online searches, and all she used to get was all negative things. So I think somewhere these things unknowingly get processed in our mind as well. And that's how they created all this.
Yeah. So no, that is correct. At the same time, if you work on increasing your vibration without going into different thing will come, attack can happen from different, areas of life. So, but to protect yourself is ultimately to raise your vibration.
Right.
Okay, you cannot know everything what is happening and who is conspiring where and all those things. Okay, but these are not like coming to you like an accident. They have been picked up by this kind of thing. Some certain elements, from that they find a loophole and get it. But it's okay. We are not here to correct everyone in the world. Okay. So that's what I was, mentioning. When I was smart, I wanted to change correct the world. Now I'm wise. I wanted to correct myself. Because that is the best approach, most wise approach. There is nothing called best, but wise approach.
Now, one question now. Is that inherently I also had the tendencies, and maybe others. I had a low frequency that time, or whatever happened. So is it possible that, say, for example, some social reformer or someone trying to, in the process of helping others, can invite that negative energy on him or her?
No, they are protected. There are different ways of doing things. Okay. Some of the things called energy exchange, like you picked up the negativity from somebody. That's why many masters, they don't allow to touch their body, even feet. Okay. Their energy get contaminated. But at the same time, if you are operating for a very high level, like spiritual energy, what I'm talking is 6 level higher. And people, just I'm giving an example. You are in the aeroplane and somebody is, aiming arrow at you. Arrow will not touch you. Suppose you are in the bird level, it may. But that much high level, it will not go. People will try different things, but it will not reach there. Okay. So that kind of level, there is no energy exchange happens. It's a flow happens. Not exchange.
Okay.
No give and take, only give.
See.
You connected with the source and it just flow through you. That's all. So there is no exchange. So there is no way it can contaminate you back. Okay. Right.
Thank you.
All right. So now let us go to the next level of understanding from where all these negativities came in this universe, in this world. These dark energies, dark entities, and all these things. See, these are, if some, okay, let me talk about the entities. If someone we call earthbound soul, they are just maybe criminals and murderers and all these kind of things, the activities, when they cross over, they cannot leave this plane. They got stuck into that in the very dense and lower vibration level. In the immediately next dimension is called astral dimension. They got stuck into there. It is a very uncomfortable vibration there. See, uncomfortable vibration means, say it is too much hot there in the weather, I'm saying. You're walking in the sun, there is no sunshade or tree, you are just walking. So it is uncomfortable. Yeah. Or maybe there are 10 microphones are there, and they're huge, loud, sound, they are playing some music. It is not comfortable. Okay. So this kind of effect will be there if you be in that dimension, lower astral. And what can be done? There are some people, they know technology, how to manipulate them. Okay. Now they captured them and send it for some work they wanted to do. And that is why they can go and harm somebody. And they, not a one, maybe you need quite a 1,000, 2,000, like many, number doesn't matter. You need and send them to do certain work. So these are the things called this black magic. Okay. So all these, it is also true that person may be doing this for some kind of materialistic benefit. Somebody appointed them to do so. I want to harm that person and all this kind of things. So these are all things there. And but the issue is the person who is doing this kind of activities. When that person crosses over, he also joins into that group. Law of karma is there. You cannot hide from that. That's what it happens. They join the pool, and next, maybe thousands of years they're stuck there. They do that servant of somebody else who is doing all this kind of nonsense. Okay. So when we operate from a okay, let me give you other things. Or any other kind of, this is, I'm talking the negative entities, how they have been utilized. There is something called negativity attack. There are many kind of terminologies used, the energy suckers and vampires and all. They give different types of names. Doesn't matter. Okay, what name they give. Some people can actually, suck your energy out, and so that they survive on that. They survive on negativity and this kind of stuff. There are many. And then you suddenly feel uncomfortable, or suppose you are entering into some house, you do not feel comfortable. There's something, you feel something wrong there. You don't know what it is. This kind of things. At the same time, if you enter into a temple or church and mosque, you feel that there is some kind of, the calm and quietness. There is some peacefulness, bliss is there. It is just the feeling of that vibration. That's all it is. Because the many people visit with their own vibration and they make that vibration to go high, and that you feel when you enter into that space. So anyway, so this kind of negative, the vibrations are entities, they can change your present state, but it all depends on your own vibration. If you're strong enough, no matter where you are, nothing can touch you. I can later in this, today's session, I will give you a technique how to do that, how to protect yourself from any kind of negativity, all entities included. But just I'm explaining from all this, from where this negativity, this thing comes. So some people, they thrive on this kind of negativities, satanic thing and devil things and all these things. Okay, they started like an adventure, and that landed up in this kind of issues. All right. So these things. So my question is, from where this negativity came in the beginning, in the creation, which has been created, why the negativity has been created? Why so many people are suffering? Why this is a thing altogether? This is one of the fundamental question was there when I came to spirituality. Why good people are suffering and bad people are enjoying? This kind of stuff. We see a lot of discrimination and things are happening in the world. So why some people feel like exploiting others and then they become joyful? But from where these attitudes came to start with, Now, on the spiritual path, this is one of the question. And as I was saying, that to experience the truth, you have to connect to your higher self, and through your soul consciousness to universal consciousness, the source, the one. And you get the answers directly, your first-hand answer. The answer, what I got is, to understand that you have to go to when the universe was created. Any kind of creation leaves some kind of impurity. If everything is pure, you cannot create anything. I normally give an example of, if all colors in the world is white, there's no painting is possible. Everything is pure, everything is white. Then how you can make a painting? So to have the painting, to have the variation, to have that different experience, you need to have some kind of contamination, some kind of less than perfect. If it is absolutely perfect, no creation possible. Exactly the same thing happened when there is only one, the universal consciousness. There is no one else. It has got infinite power, infinite knowledge, infinite. It is enjoying infinite joy. Everything infinite. Perfect, is perfect in all sense. And this particular matter has been studied, and we also get this study under Kashmir Shaivism, that is called Kashmir Shaivism. So then they have found out, there are several masters, they found out how from that universal consciousness, the one, the human has been developed. What is the purpose? There are 36 steps. And the topmost is called Shiva, okay? And the lowermost is called Jiva, or Purusha. So, by the way, this Shiva to Jiva, Shiva, I'm not talking about, Mahadev, Jatadhari Sapwala. I'm not talking about him. Huh? So don't bring this in. I'm talking about the universal consciousness, the one. So, but as I'm just saying Shiva and Jiva because these are mentioned into that Kashmir Shaivism. So from that reference I'm talking about. So what it explained that how Shiva created the universe and how that human beings are created. That is the story. There are 36 steps. It has to come down. come down means it has to lose some power, lose perfectness. Then only it becomes, now when it comes to like human being, everything is limited. Yeah, your power is limited. You cannot have ultimate power. Okay, your creativity, ability is limited. Time is limited. You have a lifetime. You will take birth and die. You cannot have immortality. And also your power is limited. Your thought, the willpower is limited. Your creative ability is limited. You will be able to create certain things, not everything. Everything is limited. And it is jokingly called the human being is private limited. Okay. So, and universal conscious is infinitely unlimited. So anyway, so to operate into that, and there is a reason why it is chosen to be that. Otherwise, there is no experience. It wants to experience itself in infinite ways. For that, it has taken its own part to create those infinite parts, and they have given a path, which is soul's path, and they experience and come back, go back to the source, and that is the soul's journey. So it means if somebody has an infinite power, and its will be infinite, right? And that's why it is creating infinite souls to experience itself infinitely. Okay, let us stop all this, jargon, but you understood what I mean. Okay. So this is what it is. So why the study is important? Because if we retrace back the steps, when it came down, then we'll reach to Sivatva, the oneness with the universal consciousness. So we have to just retrace those paths to do that. The lowermost of the 36 elements, are sensual, means touch, feel, taste, these things. 5 senses through which a human being, they interact with the world. You need to overcome that. You have to go up. When you go up, that does not mean you have cut your tongue and, remove your skin. No. Okay. What you have to do is you have to get detached from them. So that taste doesn't control you. Touch doesn't control you. You shouldn't be addicted with anything. No desire. Then you win your senses. Okay, you got my point? You understand the logic? So this is how we progress. Fine, whatever we came down with, we go back and ultimately we know everything ourselves, we merge into that. So that is the path. This is not the reason I'm mentioning about Kashmir Shivism here. There's the other reason. Okay. My original question, from where the negativity came, where the negative entities came, where the negative thoughts came to start with, to harm somebody, to kill somebody in the name of anything, religion or a war or whatever. But this, from where this came originally? Then the answer I got was, see, when it is all perfect, no painting is possible, but it wants to experience itself in infinite way. That's why it's shaded, no? Shaded is power, shaded is, from the infinite to come limited version. While in the process, whatever part has been shaded off, that become negativity. From infinite to limited, to come to this state, whatever has to be disposed of, that forms that negativity. There is no other technology. It was not intentionally created. But it happened because you come from infinite to limited version. That is why the negativity has started from there. Or the polar opposite has started from there, because you picked one and removed the other one. You can think like, suppose a sculpture is making a statue. He got a big rock and it cut a good statue out of that rock. So he created that statue. He created that, but whatever you chipped off, the stones have been removed from the rock. Those are there. Those becomes a negativity. So this is the fundamental answer to my fundamental question, from where the negativity came to start with. This is how it came. In other words, it came from the same source. Same source from you and me we came. It came from the same source. So if we have to dissolve the negativity, or you have to do something about the negativity, we have to send it back to the source. Nothing else can deal with that. So we can do something about some process on ourselves so that we can send all the negativities back to its source. There's the only way to go there. It cannot be managed. Manage means you are dealing with it. No kind of management will take care of this. It can be a delay, okay, sometime you divert, but ultimately it will not be permanent solution. Permanent solution will be to send it back to the source from where it came. And in the Shiva example, when these things gone back to the source, then Shiva drink that poison and become Nilkant. Okay, it wasn't created, only he can handle. It is just a rupa, means it is not exactly somebody drink it, but this is how it, energy-wise, this is how it is. It has to go, ultimately go back to the source. Only the source has a power to absorb them, nothing else. Okay, even our bad karmas and all those things, ultimately we send it back to the source. There is no other way. I shared earlier, one day I asked Babaji, what happens to the karma which is burnt? It's Babaji's blessings. Unless until the karmas are burnt, you can't get liberated. Unless until Guru Kripa happens, nobody can get enlightened. So I was asking Babaji, what happens to those karma? Lifetimes of karma. And surely mostly negative. Because that's why it has become a burden. Then Babaji gave me that understanding. What do you think the ashes on Shiva's body represent? See? Even our karmas also, after burning, it goes back to Shiva, means universal consciousness. All right. So fundamentally it is clear. The creation, the play of the creation, it need not to happen. It's a game. And that's why it is called Leela. Leela is a game. There is no need. It is just a byproduct of creating the universe, physical universe. It happened, it created, because you need to create a statue, so you have to chip off something from its original form. There is no way you can handle it. Otherwise, the statue will not be created. As simple as that. Okay. All right. So, with this understanding, now I will give you few practical techniques how to deal with it. But so far, from where the negativity came, what are the negative entities and all these things. If you have to get out of these negative entities, you have to send them back to the source. Okay. Don't kill them. It cannot be killed. But our culture has shown that enemy to be killed. So we consider that as an enemy and we kill them. And that's why the suffering has never ended. If killing could have sorted the problem, then if you see the human history, so many wars we fought, we could have been living in a paradise by now. Are we? Are we better than maybe 3,000 years back? No, maybe worse. Everybody is suffering. Everybody having some kind of disease or other. Who has money? They think somebody will take money from me. He is suffering. Somebody, they don't have money, they are suffering. I don't have anything, I cannot enjoy life. So everybody is suffering in either in this way or other way. Nobody I see that they are dancing on the street and enjoying life. Okay, they pretend to be enjoying life after having, alcohol in the stomach few times, but these are an illusion of happiness. Reality doesn't change. Only it changes your senses. These 5 senses I talked about, rather than going liberated from it, they make it numb so that you cannot feel it. From the sorrow, you are hiding, you are escaping, so that for that particular time, you don't feel the sorrows the way they are. That's it. And they call it is a joy. It is not a joy. It's a hiding. Ultimate thing you are not dealing. It's not going anywhere. It come back next morning, more terrible way. Some phone is coming. So fine. So let us go back to what we are discussing. So I hope it is understood that from where originally the negativity came in this world. It is, and that's why it is. That's what some people say, that all the Satan or devil and etc. they all created by Shiva, and which is true in this sense. They don't intentionally create it; they happen to be created. So there is no such character, by the way. But it is just on the same thing. If you can say it is some people, they use their word like shadow energy. Shadow meaning it is not part of the light. Where there is the absence of light, that becomes a shadow. So basically, you have been guided by the shadow or getting influenced by the shadow. So that is also makes sense spiritually. It is just absence of light. That area is, there is no light. That's why it is a shadow. Otherwise, there is no existence of the shadow. Without original, there is no role of shadow is there. So it is just because there is a light is not reaching that area. That's why the shadow is created. So how best way to deal with it is bring the light in. Enlighten your world. All shadows, all negativities, everything will go away. Okay, don't try to kill it. Shadow cannot be killed. Okay, that's what we are doing. We are fighting with shadow so far. And that is why humanity is grossly mistaken. No need to fight. Just bring the light, as simple as that. Yes, Uma, yeah.
Wanted to know lower entities, different types of lower entities, Guruji, about orbs, more information about orbs.
Yeah, no, maybe we'll discuss about some other time, but my advice is there is no need to discuss too many things about the different types. It's unnecessary to glorifying them. Okay, means while cleaning a room, we don't analyze the dirt, no? From where this came, when the paper came, and where this hair came, and all this kind of light. It's my advice. There are categories. I can tell that, but what I suggest is no need to study that. What are the different types of negativities, and indirectly you will invite them. Okay. When you read and study about them, you will invite them, and they will come and interfere. Okay. Because basically you're encouraging, you are encouraging the underworld to come and visit me. Something like that. Okay?
Okay, good. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, all right. So what I was talking about that, you cannot win this by killing the enemy. Okay. That's why humanity went wrong. So what is the key then? If killing is not the way, then what is the way? What is the way to get out of this devil? When you convert devil with a pure love, the devil become a saint, that is the time you win. Okay, I repeat. Babaji also said, all your life problems cannot be solved by money or power. It can be solved by pure love. Okay, when you are in the, you have convert your enemy to a saint, automatically enmity will disappear. Convert me not forcefully. Oh, I'm not saying convert it into the religious conversion sort of thing. I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you operate from pure love, sometime or other, they convert and they themselves, they choose to come back to this. And that is the time, that is the time world will be like a golden period. And that kind of time is coming. Okay, people will not get killed. That I will kill all the enemy and become emperor of that. That many people tried, actually killed all over the world people, all the enemies. But still, the problem of the world has not been sorted out. Okay, so this is the right kind of understanding on this matter. So now I'll go into the third phase, means what we can do. What we can do to protect ourselves from this negativity or clean that negativity if there is anything in there. So if you are suffering from any kind of this kind of negative attacks, okay, somebody can help you in this regard, some spiritual masters and all, they can help you, but what you can do it yourself. For that, you have to accept that you are at soul level, you have sovereign power. Sovereign means nobody can violate that. You have the all power. Only if you have to call for the power. So if you want something like a ceremony sort of thing, so what you do, you raise your own vibration as much as possible to Kriya and stomach breathing and other things. Go to the very high level. Then they create the environment around you, mostly with the light, the lamps and things like that, or with the effect, the essence, agarbatti and all. Those are very good thing to create that environment. Okay. Then you bring a strong intention. First you affirm that I am powerful. I have all the power what we need to defeat all this kind of negativity from my life. I have all the power. So then you pray that whatever in known, unknown, negative entities, negative elements, negative energy, black energy, whatever you call it, all known, unknown thing, I do not allow to interfere into my energy system anymore. And let them go back to the source as love and light. From where they came, let them go back. This kind of ceremony, if you wanted to make it a little bit more dramatic, you can intend there is a light portal opening up and sending them through the tunnel. You just intend. Okay. Energy follows your intent. Energy flows where intention is. You remember? That is what we follow. Even we activate our chakra through intentions, focusing. You focus that, with that, you send it back to the source, and then it will get out from your system. Okay, you have to first, you should not be in a doubt. Am I powerful? Should I have it? Better to take help somebody. Then you are insulting your own power. At soul level, all are equally powerful. Somebody has realized that power and you have not realized that yet. That is the difference. Okay, so in that, you can show the cleansing ceremony or whatever name you call it. That is your creative world. You are the co-creator of your reality. Understand that. You can clean all your so-called negativity, negative energies from your life altogether. Okay, do this ceremony. Maybe if you need to do it, little frequently, once in a week, once in a month, do that, whatever it takes to get out of this, the clinch of this negative things on your life. So that is a one way. Like this is basically utilizing your soul's power to get out of these things. Now there are some practical tips also I can give how to maintain any space. Suppose if you're home and all, you can mop it up make it clean so that normally this kind of dark energies, they come and go into the corners of the house, corners of the room, dark corners mostly. So keep your, bottom of the sofa set, backside of the cupboard, etc. Those areas clean. Time to time you clean them, dusting and all these things. And you can use salt water to mop the room time to time. So that is a good, they enhance the vibration and absorb the negativity. If somebody having marble floor, that is the best to absorb negativity. Okay, I'm not saying you change the floor, I'm just informing you. That's why the temples are and all, they're built with marble. There is a science behind it. And also what you can do is, the earlier our home, there is a tradition called diya in the evening. Some diya, they have to roam around, or some kind of smoke. The agarbatti or some smoke, they has to roam around every house. Those are the type of ritual. It's good for emit the negativity from the house. This is a good practice. Also, you can play some kind of mantra which repel negativity, specifically Gayatri mantra. If you can, play that in your house, that repels negativity. You can use some kind of sounds, like if you put the particular frequency pipe, like a solfeggio pipes, the chimes comes also. There are different pipes. You hang it in the on the window with the air flowing, that generates the sound, that purifies. It doesn't allow the negativity to come and all these kind of things. Those helps. You can put simply a line, normal line you buy from the market, and keep it somewhere. It will absorb the negativity from your space, where your living space, or in the office also you can keep. So slowly it gets turned into like a stone light, and stone light you can change then with another one, and then you start there. So it will absorb the negativity as well. In a one pot in the corner of your room, you can open pot, you can keep some rice. That also absorb negativity, from the rice can absorb negativity. But of course, don't take this line and, this rice later on. Don't cook it and then eat it, So you have to dispose it of, either put it in water body or put it below the ground. So those are the type of things. Taking shower in a salt water also helps you to get out of this negativity issue. Best is if you can take a dip in seawater. That is the best place to get out of the negativity. Simply just one dip in seawater just immediately change you from any negative thing you are having out of that. And if not possible, then you can use your, while taking bath, take a bucket, put few spoons of salt there, and take bath. With a mug, you take the bath. Before you take the actual bath with the soap and shampoo and all this, before that, you do that with the intention. Intention is very important. With the intention, you say that all the negativity, whatever I'm having, is going out from my system. That helps. Okay. Also, that 1 minute. So these are some techniques. You can use the violet flame cleansing for a space. This taking bath is your own negativity thing. You are getting out of that. But if in a space there is some area is a lot of negativity, or you are apprehensive about, you are visiting a new office, you don't know how the people will behave. Before you enter, you can clean that office space just by intention. For that, we use violet flame. Saint Germain is a custodian of violet flame. Saint Germain is actually cleansing our earth right now. It is being done from the spiritual level. So you can invoke that violet flame just simply by a prayer. I have posted in the group after our morning session. I have posted into the group how to do that. Any space, any location you are visiting, before that you can put the violet flame cleansing and send it back to the love and light. That is important, even for the violet flame. Don't leave it open. It is disrespecting it. It has to be sent back to the source. Means some, some firefighters and the fire trucks came to extinguish the fire. End of it, it has to go back from where it came. No, it cannot just stand on the road and block the traffic. Okay, so you have to send it back to the source. Violet flame also. And what are things to do? I have already posted. You have a look at that. So that way we can cleanse any system, even without somebody knowing it that you are doing it. Suppose you already sat in a meeting, then just by intention you can say this meeting room, bring the violet flame and cleanse all the corners and all this space and go back to source and love and light. And thank you, Saint Germain, for cleansing this room. Just clean the environment. It's all energy level. Even you don't need to close the eyes while doing this thing. And this is very powerful. The violet flame cleansing, what I'm just talking about. Now, other techniques, spiritual techniques, we can, best technique, I was talking that I will give you a simple technique, and any environment, any kind of entity, any kind of black magic, anything, you can get out very smoothly. That key is called Vairav Mudra. Vairav. Vairav Mudra doesn't allow any negativity to come near you. What is that Vairav Mudra? Be in breath awareness all the time. Watch your breathing. The first step, Anapanasati, what you are practicing. If you 24/7, if you are in a breath awareness, no negativity can touch you. That is your shield. It's called Vairav Mudra, and if you see some old temples and all, in Hindu temples, they have some two figure, Rakshas type of figure is there with a sword and something they are there. Sometimes they come with a lion face or something. Those are Vairav. Before somebody enters into the temple, they kill the negativity. That is a symbolism. Means you cannot enter temple with some negative intentions or negativity of whatever the visitors coming. So they kill there and then they enter. Similar way, if you are in a Vairav Mudra, no negativity can touch you. And exactly that is what all the masters are doing all the time. It protects them from any kind of negativity, and all the time they are in 24/7 meditative awareness, simply by watching your breath. You are breathing all the time. So there is no doubt that last half an hour I didn't breathe. It is not possible. Breathing is happening all the time. Only thing you have to be aware. Awareness of your breath is Vairav Mudra. That is your Raksha Kavach. Okay, as simple as that. Most powerful things are simple. Only thing you don't know. And the last thing I will tell you about the repel the negativity is a special Om chanting is there. If you chant that Om, you can dispel. It's very powerful. It can dispel any types of negativity, including all this, the black magic business and anything. What is that Om chanting? We normally do Om chanting. I normally teach Om chanting for our Kriya. It starts with A, then O, and conclude with Right? We start like, even now also after that we'll do that way. This is how we chant Om. By the way, there are different types of Om chanting. You might have heard somebody is chanting Om, Om, Om. That is also Om chanting. Okay, so somebody is chanting, then we are chanting Om. That is also Om chanting. So there are different types of Om chanting, and there's a different purpose. Because Om chanting, there are three parts. Like what we practice, first three parts. Is representative of the creation of the universe or any creation. O is the maintenance part of the creation, physical universe. As is a dissolution part of the universe. You connected by Om chanting, we connect to our source. While doing it, O, these three parts represent the creation, maintenance, and dissolution. And Hinduism, they call it Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. They are representative of that. Creator Brahma, maintaining this creation is Vishnu. And finally, dissolution will be Shiva. You remember I explained to you that become Nilkant, whatever it is, it dissolves there. Now, if you need to clean some environment, there are a lot of negativity, a lot of things, like you are visiting some notoriously haunted house. What do you do there? You do Om chanting, this one. Be in the breath awareness. And I will show you right now how it is to be done. See, is a dissolution. Normal cases, we discourage to give There is a reason for it. If you give too much importance of then in the normal cases, somebody can get affected. Particularly if the mothers who are expecting babies, the miscarriage may happen. Somebody can actually fall sick. If that vibration goes. But in case of negativity, we want to dispel the negativity. We have to repel the negativity. Or in other words, you have to convert that negativity. So what we do, we use a dissolution O. And that sounds like this. O will be minimum, should be stretched. In the previous one, minimum started with most of the thing O. Almost when you are losing out of breath, then and finish. Not much. But in this case, O will be, you go smoothly, but fast. Then rest of the thing will be like dissolution vibration. So you sit here and in that, whatever we wanted to create, first you make yourself high vibration. And then normally it is done by the masters, but I'm just explaining how it is done. So then you say, Okay, so whole stretch is on and your intention is to clean that environment. It's very powerful. Okay. And this is a dissolution part of that Om chanting. So by Om, we are connecting to the source and giving this vibration of to cleanse. Whatever be the negativity, directly transferred to Nilkant. Okay. So it changes that like this. So this is a technique, but initially I urge you not to practice this. If you don't put it properly, let the masters do it. But you practice just, Vairya Mudra. That will be good enough for any kind of negativity. Some area you are entering, you don't know what type of it. Be in the breath awareness. That's all. Okay, you are going, so some area is not very correct, notorious area. Be in the breath awareness. Okay, don't be fearful. You will attract those actual negative events. Okay, be in the breath awareness and pass through. And that's it. Okay, so that completes our learning session.